Privet studente Peterburga, privet vašej konferenci iz Bavarii. I hope you were able to understand what I just tried to say. And I think it's great that you support Let's Do It, that you are a part of Let's Do It. Because the future is too important as that we let the adults decide on it alone. For most adults, future seems to mean only 20, 30, or even 40 years. But for many of us children, 2100 might still be in our lifetime. And when thinking of the climate crisis, for most adults it's an academic question if the sea level will rise by 1, 2, or 3 centimeters or 7 meters. But for many of us children, it might be a question of survival. And if you let a monkey choose if he wants 1 banana now or 6 bananas later, then the monkey will always choose the 1 banana now. And it seems that many of the adults think a little like these monkeys. So we have to take our future in our own hands. And we children and youth have to work together all around the world. By activities like planting trees, working as a global community, so we can do something for our future. In the last years, we children and youth around the world, we often thought about what would we do if we were the heads of governments around the world. And at the end, after all these consultations, we had a 3-point plan. The first point is, of course, planting trees. Our goal is to plant 1 trillion trees. If we plant these trees, then they will absorb 1/3 of the human-made CO2 emissions every year. And to reach this goal, the trillion trees, every person around the world needs to plant 150 trees. The second point is that we need to leave the fossil fuels in the ground by the latest at 2050. From then on, we're not allowed to exhaust any more CO2. But the great thing about this point is that all the technology we need for zero emissions already exists today. And the third point is the scientists tell us that until 2050, until that time, there's only a limited amount of CO2 we can still exhaust. And this is 1.5 tons of CO2 per person a year. And if someone wants to exhaust more, then they pay to the ones that exhaust less. So this is the 3-point plan, how we would save our future if we were the heads of governments of the world. And I hope that in Saint-Petersbug there will also be lots of children and youth helping us to reach the goal of the 150 trees. In 2 weeks I will be in Russia for the first time, in November 23rd and 24th, and I will be in Kazan in Tatarstan. And in June next year, in 2013, I will also be in St. Petersburg. So I hope that I might be able to meet some of you there. Пока.